How's everybody doing? We're going to be looking at some video game magazines today, you guys. I've got tips and tricks, as well as some other magazines, Game Pro. This is an issue of Tips and Tricks from July 2005. Talks a bit about Advent Rising. An interesting game. It actually talks a bit about the... Sorry, that's kind of hard to read there. Let me zoom in a little bit. Whoa, too much. Yeah, they had this $1 million contest where you could, if you find this mysterious logo for the game, they had a bunch of different prizes. But, yeah, it turns out the game did not sell like they thought it would. So much for that contest, I guess, huh? But yeah, just, tips and tricks. Back when not everybody had internet, this was how you would get codes. There's strategy guides as well. This is a Kirby strategy guide on DS. Fire Emblem, the Sacred Stones. I like her. She's kind of cool too, though. Oh lord, I don't know. She might be the fairest of them all, huh? Samurai Western, guys. This was a game that I literally never saw for sale anywhere. But I don't know, this tips and tricks, low key, made me want to play the game, you know. There's bosses. Secrets and unlockables. I mean, this is awesome. This was how you knew what to do back in the day, you know. There would also be a section in tips and tricks of select game previews. We've got We Love Katamari here, which got a whole page sprawl dedicated to it, and then other games that I guess didn't pay as much or weren't as important in the eyes of this magazine. Medieval Resurrection, Prince of Persia 3, Serious Sam 2, Shadow of the Colossus, Mark Echo's Getting Up, Lara Croft Tomb Raider Legend, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi, a Tips and Tricks pick, which that is an amazing game, not gonna lie, and The Matrix Path of Neo, which I've never played any of these except for DBZ. I think I own 25 to Life, but I've never played it. Shogun Warrior, Real-Time Conflict, X-Men Legends 2, Rise of the Apocalypse, Dead to Rights Reckoning, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. That's a great game. Shattered Union, The Con, Pack and Roll, Urban Reign, Indigo Prophecy. This is a fun game. It's probably the best of those David Cage games still to this day, in my opinion. But I don't know. I kind of clocked out after the Ellen Page game. From Russia with Love, great. Sean Connery actually came back to voice his character. GoldenEye Rogue Agent on DS, never played it, but the PS2 game is okay. Genji, Dawn of the Samurai, and Namco Battle Collection. And then we just got cheats for days. Just kidding, we got reader mail. Buy ear subs if you don't like the crappy PSP sound, they're saying. Holy balls. They were always trying to shill those peripherals. Engage sneak previews. Mobile gaming news, guys, looky here. Who would have guessed how far we would have came with these Spin Dragon mobile phones? We've got a bit about the Nintendo World Store, and they used to feature this section called the Room of Doom, where back before YouTubers made their video game collection their background in their videos to make everybody ooh and ah, people would send in their whole room sprawl to Tips and Tricks magazine. Got that Final Fantasy section. Final Fantasy music on iTunes, nice meme. That's fucking great. Yoshitaka Amano is one of the most famous Japanese artists alive today. Many of you probably associate his name with the early Final Fantasy games, but he's also collaborated with the Sandman creator Neil Gaiman. You gotta love it when fans write in like, yo, you totally got that shit wrong, bro. Like calling out the magazine for incorrect information. That's always nice. And then we've got the cheat section, which this would always be the shit that I would look at in these for the GTA cheats. You know, San Andreas has like a whole half a page or something. Fucking great. And a handful of PSP cheats. Or tips, whatever the fuck. Back cover for the Mega Boys. Here's a beautiful Tips and Tricks cover. It's really nice. Rocket Slime on DS. The Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2. You know, these old RTS games were pretty fun. This little section about Tekken Dark Resurrection teaches you about frame advantage, which, you know, is a pretty simple concept now that we're older and shit, but like back in the day when we were young, we didn't really know that much about fighting games. Like, I can remember being a teenager and my friends still just mashing buttons and shit, so like, if you want to play competitively, you know, or at least just be better than your homies, these magazines oftentimes were the way to do it. And remember back when companies used to do this? Like, they don't do shit like this anymore at all. Win prizes in the King of Fighters 2006 kickoff tournament. Doesn't that sound fun as fuck? Bro, I want to win that fucking Fatal Fury trucker hat. Fucking safety orange. Shit's dope. This poster? Oh my god. But yeah, they don't do that shit anymore, bro. COVID pretty much fucking ended that shit. Even though that shit's over, they're still like, nope, never again. Sorry, guys. Too risky. And I remember Yakuza, like, they fucking, like, I never understood Yakuza, guys. Like, every gang member in the city is looking for Kazuma and is out to take revenge in the interactive and dazzling cityscape of underground modern-day Japan. Zuma embarks on a series of missions interspersed with third-person fighting sequences and side quests to earn money and character upgrades. It sounds vaguely like GTA. That's what I expected, like, when they were advertising this game. They're still making these Yakuza games, and I don't know, I just never really got into them. I wanted it to be like GTA, and it's just not. More retro game previews: Disgaea 2, Cursed Memories, Brave, Mario vs. DK2, The March of the Minis, looks kinda cool, I guess, Bomberman, PSP. And every now and again, they would do editorial kind of columns like this, like Games on Film, Volume 1 by Abby Hip. Stuff about the Power Glove, collecting video game movies. I actually like Doom with The Rock. That's probably my favorite Rock movie. Silent Hill is okay, even though Harry's a girl or something. And look, get a load of this. They swear that Vin Diesel is gonna play 47 in the Hitman film, and like that's a fucking bold-faced lie. This shit did not happen. This was always cool too, you know. Continued over from the Final Fantasy section from last time. They would just interview developers, which is fucking awesome. Has anybody ever played Rockstar's Table Tennis? I've never even seen it for sale anywhere, or I would have picked it up by now. I have never played a Game Gear. Man owns 2 copies of the highly sought-after Castlevania game Akumejo Dracula X Rondo of Blood for the PC Engine Duo. What a man. Does anybody else miss Virtua Fighter? I thought that was actually, like, one of the best fighting games I've ever played. Speaking of one of the better games I've ever played, check out Midnight Bowling here, an absolute classic. We got this cover of fucking GTA 4, guys, so this is like, this is all my childhood shit, basically. So like, I either did that or my parents did that, since I would bring this shit to school, or they might have made me do it at school. Can't remember. Because Jess plays video games, the ESRB understands that some games aren't right for everyone. Just like movies, every game has a rating, and those ratings come from the ESRB. I think I came just reading that. Goodness gracious, guys. And see, Tips and Tricks were smart. Even they were straight up like, okay, so GTA 4 missions, there are 2 missions in GTA 4. Chase missions and elimination missions. Which isn't wrong. Oh yeah, how to get a girlfriend in GTA 4. A lot of people don't even know about that. You know, besides Michelle. Super Smash Bros. Brawl characters. You know, if you missed Melee back in the day, like I did, if you didn't know very many people who had a GameCube, or, like, I didn't know anybody who had that game, and just went from Smash 64 to Brawl, it really wasn't that bad. I thought it was fun. Of course, you know, like, you go back and play Melee years down the line and realize how much they fucked up. It makes for a different story, but at the time, I was happy. And you know, I never really realized it at the times, but in retrospect, these Codevault magazines were basically just like proprietary products for Brady Games, the strategy guide maker. I'm sure you guys have seen that before if you ever purchased any strategy guides, the fucking Brady Games logo. This was literally just like they would have cheat codes and stuff. Like, look, there's plenty of cheat codes here in this magazine, but like this was just a way for them to shill their strategy guides through a magazine, hoping that you would end up buying the strategy guide. And if they get a little magazine money on the side, cool enough. Like here, they've got like the ad for the Resistance Fall of Man guide that they sold. To be fair, you know, this is a pretty cool looking map. Like, it looks serious enough to actually help you a bit. But yeah, this is like Brady Games fucking strategy guide shit is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, look, they got the ad for the Burning Crusade Brady Games strategy guide, like. But back in the day, you know, like, I didn't know that. Like, I just bought it. I bought the Brady Games strategy guides too, you know. What can I say? I was young. Jeez, here we go again with this shit. ESRB, fucking ESR suck me off, bro. We get it, games are bad for kids. Shitty parents are still gonna fucking buy them for them. Do we have to make the game magazine suffer as a result? Fear 2 Project Origin. Tune in for my playthrough of this lovely game. Been having a lot of fun with that. DCU Online. I don't even think that game is around anymore. Maybe it is and I don't know about it, but Resident Evil 5 that I still haven't played to this day. Heavy Rain, which was good, but not that good. Dead Island, which was kind of jank. Got that COD World at War ad. Fuck that game. Probably the only thing good about it is the zombies mode, right? I don't remember anything about that game at all. Aliens Colonial Marines, which I've never played, but I've heard a little bit about this game. Is this game good? Arkham Asylum, which is apparently a banger. Alpha Protocol, which I don't know very much about. My bad, guys. I totally just knocked the camera. That was a game I wanted to try, but I never did have online when it was a thing. Nazis bad, okay? We ran out of ideas for antagonists, so Nazis bad, okay? And in case you missed any of the reviews for the year, they just like throw them in for the magazine, like a whole registry, which is good. The Wing wireless controller, sponsored by Wings of Redemption. And I got a couple of these with these weird covers like this. I think I got an EGM that opens up like this. Like, why is this a thing? Like, this is goofy. But I do kind of like this poster ad, whatever you would call it. Final Fantasy IX online. Or is that... No, that's 11 online, ain't it? I don't even know. I'm not Roman, guys. What do you want from me? But yeah, GamePro was just like... If I remember correctly, GamePro was hella ads. I didn't get a lot of GamePros. This is probably like... I've only got like 2 or 3 GamePros. And yeah, they're just like... ads galore, man. So I was never really huge on GamePros, but this was always cool. I always liked the design of this controller. I know that's probably controversial, but I always wished that the PS3 Boomerang controller came out and wasn't just a prototype design. I mean, game design, software design, hardware design, advertisement, etc. All this shit used to be an art form, you know? Family Guy, which, I don't know, man. I feel like for every 10-second laugh in Family Guy, you've got to sit through, like, 15 minutes of garbage. Just not crazy about Family Guy, but I do like, I've showed you guys my Adult Swim toys. I like Adult Swim shows. Fucking Boondocks, Harvey Birdman. That shit's funny as fuck. I ain't watched it in years, though. I mean, just look at the Family Guy glaze here. Family Guy isn't the first animated TV show to get a game, and if most of the following games are any indication, the odds against it being any good are humbling. Let's hope the developers can pull it off. Like, they're trying so hard to, like, build this thing up, and, like, bro, I completely forgot the Family Guy game even existed. I doubt it was anything to write home about, but I'm sure there's some guy out there who's like, bro, that's my favorite game ever made. How dare you? How dare you? Check this shit out. They got those Best Buy coupons. If you want to get $10 off your fucking... $10 off your 12-month Xbox Live shit. Man. I'd try to use that shit now. I don't give a fuck. This is my Yu-Gi-Oh game that I like. I actually like this game. That's probably my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh game ever made. Like, not even kidding. That's a good game. That was back before the rules were too lame and complicated to understand. I could still hang. Preview for Blood Money, one of my favorite games ever made. Probably top 3. Both in terms of my personal favorites and games I've put the most hours in. The Godfather, one of the best GTA clones ever made. Black, one of the best graphical experiences on PlayStation 2. Naruge. Gayrudo. Fight Night Round 3, probably the best boxing game ever made. Untold Legends: The Warrior's Code, the sequel to the #1 action RPG on the PSP system. Wonder if it's any good. Dude's weapon low-key intrigues me. We got this top 10 like summer game guide for Wii or whatever, and guys, some of these games are just so uninspired. Like it's honestly kind of amazing that Wii got away with just having so little. Like, I mean, it's not that surprising in retrospect because PS5 is guilty of the same shit, but like, look, top 10 game, Wild Earth, African Safari, they don't even like that shit. They're all on their way over here. They expect us to enjoy it in this game. Not happening. The Speed Racer movie game. Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon. Deadly Creatures. Monster Lab. See, like, this is all just fucking kiddified, cutesy-wootsy bullshit. Like, where are the games? This is all Unity Engine nonsense. Lego Indiana Jones. Like, come on. More Lego. Shout out to Batman in the chat if he's here. Oh, the Iron Man game. Apparently these Iron Man games were good, but I've never played them. I love a good superhero title, though. Boom Blocks, which I haven't played. It looks pseudo Minecraft. And #1, The Force Unleashed, which is still one of the coolest Star Wars characters probably ever, in my opinion. I mean, it's really not even a matter of comparison, him and Cal Kestis. A very good prequel book. Then when you get to the reviews, it's a little better. Like, Mario Kart is obviously going to be a banger on a Nintendo console. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, as I addressed earlier, I enjoyed, although I know it has a bad reputation. But then, even now, like Battle of the Bands, Deca Sports, Destroy All Humans, Big Willie Unleashed. I forgot that game fucking existed. Okami, which I've read and heard so much about and still haven't tried. Sonic Riders. Hey guys! Sonic you! How to unlock all the secret characters. Just play the game. I don't remember it being that much of a mystery or even secret. No More Heroes, which is apparently really good, but I haven't played it. And I don't think I ever played the Edward Norton Hulk game either. Last Hulk game I played was Ultimate Destruction. And I did not mean to film for 30 minutes. I really can't even believe that I've fucking went this long in this video. I'm not going to get to PSM today, but here's the last GamePro issue for tonight. Look at this fucking hentai Wii monster. Pretty freaky, huh? Castlevania Judgment, kind of cool. Spectrobes, Beyond the Portals, Baja, Edge of Control, more Star Wars, The Force Unleashed, fucking Gangster, Golden Axe, Beast Rider, that looks kind of fun. That doesn't look fun at all, fucking that shit. We don't need that shit, I'll tell you that right now. Trauma Center, New Blood, I played that, that shit's hard. That shit's fucking hard. That's that high stakes Wii game. Actually gets your blood pumping a little bit. Oh god, not you again. Mushroom Men, The Spore Wars, Mad World. This looks almost like Manhunt comic book vibes or something. My Sims Kingdom. Skate It. Never fucking heard of Skate It. I've heard of Skate. Is it by the same guys? What is that shit? Tomb Raider Underworld. Fucking Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Jedi Duels, fucking gay shit. But guys, I am running out of time. 14 seconds left. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, comment, like, and subscribe if you aren't already. And Mr. C signing off. I'll do PSM soon. Goodbye.